Good morning, Unifor family. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to Montreal. I can now call the 2024 Canada Council to order.
It's so great to get this Canadian Council started today. The energy, the vibe, what a force you all are. What a force. And I'm so proud of every single one of you.
Moi, je me sens supporté. Je me sens pas seul dans mon coin. On a le reste du Canada derrière nous, puis nous, on est derrière le reste du Canada aussi.
Ensemble, Unifor, cette année, nous avons formé et nous formons toujours la plus grande et la plus influente organisation syndicale du secteur privé au pays. Et ceci, c'est grâce à chacun et chacune d'entre vous.
Yeah, this is my first time at Canadian Council. So far, I'm liking the networking of it, like getting to know new people and people that are within the union.
Le Conseil canadien, c'est une rencontre très importante pour Unifor. C'est l'occasion où on peut, d'une part, faire le point sur les actions qu'on a entreprises dans les dernières années, voir les résultats, voir où on peut s'améliorer ou encore changer les choses, et aussi célébrer les victoires qu'on aura obtenues. Mais c'est aussi un moment essentiel pour planifier les travaux de la prochaine année, prendre des décisions sur les prochaines campagnes et développer les stratégies pour l'ensemble de nos membres et de notre syndicat.
I also really pumped to see a lot of friends and other unionized members out here and meeting new people. But it's more about just the camaraderie and the solidarity and helping out the striking workers as well.
You have noticed that when we entered the hall this morning, we walked through the sights and sounds of Unifor picket lines. This past year has been a renewed militancy among workers as we demand our fair share. From coast to coast, Unifor members have stood their ground during lockouts and strikes and held the picket line.
As we've reported, 97 strikes during our current administration. That's one thing. But what's also very important is when we gather, striking workers are looking to support each other. Here at Canada Council, the donations for striking workers is over $240,000. Amazing in a very short period of time. When there is a worker in need, Unifor members, Unifor locals step up.
There's a lot happening in our union right now, and there's a lot happening in the world. The priorities that I felt as president of the union that we should focus on, the attack on the right to strike and defending fair and free collective bargaining, what we have seen, especially in the federal jurisdiction where some of the biggest corporations in Canada feel that they can attack our right to strike, is a very big problem. And if we're not going to be defending the right to strike, no one's going to defend it for us.
The strike at Autoport was 37 days long, and I will tell you one thing, it brought the members together. Limiting the right to strike will have serious repercussions on everyone and take away the power from labor to stand and fight for better wages and working conditions.
We took on one of Canada's richest and most powerful corporations by taking one of its smallest units on strike in Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia. We made headlines as we called out CN Autoport's use of scab labor. This strike helped make the case crystal clear as the federal government passed anti-scab legislation and as we got a similar anti-scab bill tabled in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick.
One of the amazing things about being in the union is it puts us on the same level as the corporations. When we go to the bargaining table with these corporations, we don't go on bended knee, we go on the same level. And when we can mobilize our members and reach into their hopes and dreams and get them out voting, we're on the same level as the business people, and there's a lot more of us than there is of them.
One of the key things that we also are getting ready for federally and provincially are elections. This is going to be an important set of elections that we all need to be paying attention to because our rights are under attack.
There's so many elections going on right now, and union siblings absolutely have the power to change governments. Politics is for everyone, and whether you know it or not, you're already involved.
Government officials are so used to dealing with our employers and meeting with our employers. And it's about time that they see what it's like to meet and deal with the workers that actually grow this economy and make this country operate.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to continuously educate people so they know what they're voting on and that they're voting on the issues.
We need government, we need legislation, we need politicians, we need everybody from the bargaining table to the ballot box. Everybody needs to get involved. Everybody gets to the box. Everybody has to do it.
If you look at just the sheer scope of the work of this union, we've just had a historic victory in organizing, where for the first time in Canadian history, a Walmart warehouse has been organized by our union, and we had those workers with us this week.
Rodolfo and Marty, who work at this warehouse, were key members of our inside organizing team, Team Red. Their dedication, along with that of their colleagues, and supported by our organizing department, was instrumental in achieving this historic victory.
They really enjoyed us to see us there, and got Walmart, the logistic, unionized once and for all. So we're first in Canada, and hopefully that snowballs and from there.
This is big, right? This is big, and the fact that we made history in Canada, wow, it's a big accomplishment. I'm just looking forward to whatever hurdles is next, and we're gonna do this.
It was amazing to hear about and see Walmart workers on the floor. It was amazing to hear about Amazon workers and look at some of the Amazon member organizers that are so proud of the work that they've been doing. And then just to list off so many different workplaces that we've managed to organize just in the past 2 years. Organizing is our moral duty as trade unionists. We know the best way to help workers is to get them into a union.
On a adopté des résolutions porteuses d'avenir au niveau du travail, dans le sens que ce qu'on demande dans différents secteurs, autant dans le secteur des transports routiers, aériens, etc., qu'on favorise les achats canadiens, le développement de la technologie canadienne.
At the local level, the provincial level, at the federal level, we must push our politicians to make sure that they support Canadian built and made in Canada manufacturing.
Même chose pour l'aérospatiale. L'adoption de la politique nous donne les coups des franges pour commencer le lobbying auprès des municipalités, auprès des gouvernements provinciaux, auprès du gouvernement fédéral. Donc, au Québec aussi, on va demander que le Québec se positionne de la même façon.
They have come forward with ideas of what their sector really needs. The Aerospace Campaign is for today, it's for tomorrow, and more importantly, it's for our members in the future.
Unifor's Energy Sector Council is launching a campaign called Keep It in the Pipe to raise awareness about how gas companies are shirking their responsibilities in the name of profit.
We need this campaign to hold companies like Enbridge, distribution companies, accountable for fugitive emissions and hire people in these communities to fix leaks. These are good paying unionized jobs. This is what needs to be done.
We're facing a lot of challenges. We're facing challenges with climate change and an affordability crisis. We're fighting for intimate partner violence being declared as an epidemic.
Coming from somebody that is an organizer, it's in my heart, it's in my soul, but I see a movement that's coming. I see this wave of workers that is not putting up for what these corporations are trying to do, trying to bully workers, trying to make more profit at the expense of workers. And people are saying it's enough, and they're standing up, and they understand that the best way for them to achieve more is through collective action.
Looking out from here is a sea of Unifor's new orange t-shirts. We are wearing these in recognition of the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Today, you'll be asked to challenge yourself, to consider how our union can affirm, reaffirm, and commit once again to truth and reconciliation. To recommit to do whatever we can to stop the violence against Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirited people. This Canadian Council has been about celebrating the fightbacks on picket lines. It's been about celebrating the gains at the bargaining table. It's been about talking about the political work we're doing. It's been about saying we're going to develop strong industrial policy and fight for good jobs in the future. It's been about truth and reconciliation. This Canadian Council has been about the work that our members are doing to change the conditions of work and change the conditions of the world.